Hello there. How's it going? I thought I would take a few moments here to make sure everything sounds and looks okay before we're officially started. Welcome to my first YouTube stream in many, many years. I thought I'm going to play this audio from this new album that just came out and talk about it. And I've just seen dozens and dozens and dozens of people doing this exact thing, and they seem not to get in trouble for it. By all accounts, this should be a huge problem, but nobody seems to care. So, I want to do this. I'd love to talk about this music while playing it and reacting to it. So I'm just going to do it. And if they destroy my YouTube account, have at it. It's all good. I just figured I'd do it on YouTube just in case, because I'd probably rather keep my Twitch account, but I don't know. It's probably fine anyway. I'm just going to play some music here just for a second to see if the audio sounds okay. Thanks, by the way, Meep, for being my very first chatter. Let me know how this sounds, if it's loud enough or too loud. I think it probably could stand to come up a little. I'll be pausing regularly to talk over it. How about that? Is that okay? I've heard this song before, by the way, so it's not a spoiler yet. I've actually heard 3 songs off this album because they've already played some of them. They put singles up. It is a 1 hour and 11-minute album. Perfect volume. I love to hear it. Well, if everything sounds and looks okay, well, we just have a few minutes to kill before we get started then. Rewind that back over. How's it going? Haven't done really much today other than had breakfast and set up the YouTube stream, which took surprisingly long. I forgot how much there is to do when you're starting up a stream platform for the first time. I wanted to get a little background set up and, sync everything together, and I just basically made a new scene collection and started from scratch. I used to do that all the time. Hi, Groglitch. Welcome. Our second chatter. What a nice thing. I'm just killing time for a few minutes. We're going to start at the half. So in about 8 minutes. Going good. Slow Friday. About to start my weekend in 40. Cool. Very good. This used to change colors from red. It seems to have stopped doing that for some reason. Maybe if I hit this button again, it'll pick up my mic and it'll start doing things again. I had a lot of other flashier ones, but I figure I wanted one that was not, super disruptive. It's just, goopy jelly backgrounds and stuff. But then there's also flashier ones and weirder ones. And really distracting ones and kind of stroby ones. This software is great, except it doesn't seem to pick up my mic the way it's supposed to. And ideally, it would pick up the actual music. Oh, there we go. I think it's doing something now. But it really only wants to use sound files rather than just have a live feed. See, this one's kind of cool, but I want to, slow it down. It's a little too hyperactive. If it was just kind of goopy and like a lava lamp, I'd be into that. This cube one's kind of cool. It slowly wiggles all the cubes around, and then they just sort of march off the screen. It's very colorful. It's not very disruptive, which is nice. Could be good to talk over. But yeah, it's a bit too far in the other direction. It's almost too slow. That one's not bad, actually. It's a little more energetic without being overwhelming. This is kind of what I imagine atoms are doing. Like at a subatomic level, they're just sort of hovering around each other like this. Jelly Goop Talk brought me back a memory of the Jelly Zoo. a lifelong dream I don't know if I'll ever fulfill, but yeah, the Jelly Zoo is great. Maybe I'll go with that one. It's not too bad. Is the flickering annoying? Because these orbs that just sort of pop open and closed, they flicker a bit. What are subatomic atoms doing this? They're looking for subatomic eaves, I guess. Overhangs for the rain to fall off. But very, very, very small. Why are they all grouped together in the middle? Stop clumping up. You're not spider lashes. How about this one? Oh, I had a school photo taken that looked just like this in like 1993. They posed me in front of something like, well, I mean, it was a green screen kind of thing, but. Good morning, Kevin. Hi. Yeah, I'm trying something different today. Since I'm going to be playing audio from this, I figure if they nuke my account, at least it's only YouTube. I didn't really want to take chances with Twitch. I don't really know what Twitch would say about this. I see a lot more people do this sort of thing on YouTube for some reason. And I've never really seen it be a huge problem. There's just... I saw somebody did Eminem, just a whole album of Eminem, and I'm like, isn't that guy like the most on top of going after people possible? I don't know how it works. Also, people told me over and over I should try other stuff and see what happens, so I'm trying other stuff to see what happens. I was just going to stream this to Discord, but I figured that would be annoying because then it wouldn't be recorded. So this might be better. I'll be starting up in about 5 minutes now. What do you think of this one? Too disruptive? I like the colors of it. My Twitch deal, my contract necessitates that I can stream on either Twitch or YouTube, just not both at the same time. So I'm not live on Twitch right now, right? Pretty sure I'm not. I shouldn't be. That would be weird if I was, actually, because I set up a new screen region thing, so it shouldn't have access to that data. No, I'm not live. I'm honestly not sure if they'd even be able to figure it out if I did stream to both, but, you know, why open yourself up to more trouble than it's worth? Well, it used to be exclusive. I could only stream to Twitch. I could put up YouTube videos, but I was supposed to only do live stream stuff on Twitch. And the longer things went, they eventually softened on that stance. Now it's just, if you do one, you have to do one or the other, not both. Hi, Blushing. Thank you for being my first YouTube chatters. So we're going to be listening to what is possibly the most accessible Between the Buried and Me album that I've ever heard, based on, well, the couple of songs that I've heard so far from the singles they've posted. So if you're not a massive fan of this band, you might find this more palatable than usual. Although I can't speak to the songs I haven't heard. At least the first song we're going to listen to, I'd say, probably is a good time for most. Even people who don't really listen to metal might appreciate parts of it, maybe not all of it. So we'll see how it goes. This is a big album for me, because this is the first album they've released since Dusty Waring has left the band. And he had a very particular vibe that he brought, and I think he was keeping a certain tone in check to a degree. The prog element of BT Bam has kind of, I think it's been reined in a little bit by his more metalcore leanings, and now minus his influence, things are more free to go into a Peter Gabriel direction, if you know what I mean. Not that I'm saying Peter Gabriel is prog, but you'll hear what I mean pretty quickly, I think. And it's a really unfortunate thing what happened with Dusty. I mean, he's been fighting I don't know, unfortunate from which direction, but he was accused of some bad stuff. He's been fighting it in court. He says he has all the receipts and that it's locked down and he knows what's going on. We haven't seen that publicly, to the best of my knowledge. Not that I've followed it super closely. But it sounds messy and gross. And then he got in a big fight with the rest of the band because he was not able to get paid for the tour that he missed due to all of that. And then the band pushed him out, and he's just not in anymore. They've had a new touring guitarist, and I don't know what's going on. I assume he probably won't be back. But he was in the band for the vast majority of time that I listened to them. I think from like the whole middle of the 2000s on. I actually have the Wikipedia here. I could probably just check. He came on in 2005. So yeah, that was the most of the albums that I was the most into. What was 2005? Silent Circus, Alaska. Was he on for Alaska? Probably. Maybe he started at Alaska. Right, okay, we're past the half mark now. I'm going to hit a marker. Can I do that? Stream marker there. All right, welcome. This is The Blue Nowhere, the brand new album by Between the Buried Me. Just went up today. I'm going to be listening and reacting to it. I'm a 20-plus year veteran of this band. I've pretty much loved everything they've ever put out all the way back to the beginning. Started listening to them in the early 2000s and pretty much just like them more and more since the beginning. I would have actually said that Colors was probably my favorite album of all time. I have had a little bit of a back and forth about it with Parallax 2. That one's also almost my favorite album of all time. And then Colors 2 came out, and that's also almost my favorite album of all time. So lots of favorite albums from this band. I have listened to 3 songs from this new album because they posted some singles first. Things We Tell Ourselves in the Dark, which is our first song, Absent Thereafter, and what was the third one? The Blue Nowhere, I think, which is a more melodic track. That might be our Viridian for this album. Very calming. But yeah, it's a somewhat different tone that they're taking for this one, at least from the bits that I've heard. Maybe a bit lighter, maybe a bit more ethereal prog, rather than the space, almost like sci-fi fantasy realm that they've gone into in the past. It's really interesting stuff, and I'm excited to be able to share my very first listen with you, other than, again, the 3 songs that I mentioned, which we will be starting with one that I know already quite well. Probably listened to this song about 100 times. And the first time I turned it on, I didn't actually like it very much, and I was quite worried, because the absence of Dusty Waring, I thought, was going to change their sound, and that was like my very first track that I ever heard without him on it. So, yeah, it probably did change their sound, but maybe not for the worse, just different. I've liked them for so long, I figure whatever wrinkles happen, wherever they go, whatever their sound ends up being, I'm pretty much along for the ride, because they can't remove the good stuff they've already done. They can only change and make new stuff and innovate and try and change their sound. Which, in contrast to some bands that I've been listening to recently, like Mudvayne has come back randomly out of nowhere with a couple of songs, and I'll be honest, they're not that great. The 2 songs they posted, I was like, yeah, this sounds like mid-2000s Mudvayne, all right. Like, not in a good way, just sort of like they're still making that sound. Whereas Between the Buried and Me have gone leaps and bounds, changed their stuff a million times. They're always pushing forward, they're always innovating, and you gotta respect it. So, let's begin. Things We Tell Ourselves in the Dark. It's very funky, I have to say. I love that rising arpeggio as they come up. It's so energetic. Yeah, very Haken. Yeah, I agree. That little lick there was like the most Between the Buried Me thing they've done so far. This beginning is like extremely funky. It feels, again, like I mentioned, feel like Peter Gabriel core. It's got a little like Red Hot Chili Peppers kind of cadence to it. It's really strange, and it's not typically them. But as I said, they're always changing their sound and mixing it up, so you gotta respect it. Keep moving on. But they do get progressively a little more heavy in this song, although they don't go crazy. They do a bit in Absinthe thereafter, though. Okay, my computer's breaking. What's going on here? That's fun. I assume you can hear all that, or am I down now? Am I still live? Yeah, I just got like 25 Windows sound errors in a row. Kind of blows a bit. You can hear it? Still up. Yeah, so this happened on my Twitch stream recently, and I don't know what the hell it is. It's saying my hard drive's full, which it's clearly not. And it made it sound like I was taken offline, and as far as I can tell, I'm still going. So, I don't know. Is that an OBS error? What is that? Who cares? Let's press on. Really solid chorus. This song's a bit of a journey as well. It's like, what is it, 8.5, 9 minutes or something? Or 8 minutes, sorry. So usually when I listen to Between the Buried Me, they have like 10 different layers of things going on, and I was worried when I first heard this song. There was like almost a lack of complexity that was unnerving. But then I listened a bit more to it, and I was like, well, maybe it doesn't have crazy amounts of flourishes and explosions going off in every direction, like jangling keys to a degree. But that doesn't necessarily mean it's less complex. It still has that same nuance. It's just sort of pocketed down into a smaller spot. You got to listen for it a little more carefully, but it's there. Just different. I feel like Tommy Rogers is doing a duck face while he's singing. He's doing like this. I don't know what that is. There's a scream part deep under it there if you didn't hear it. Love this bit right here. Dissonance plus complexity and technicality jam together really fast. That's about as heavy as this song gets. Usually they'll sustain that for like 5 minutes. Yeah, I love Last Chance to Reason. I actually saw them live. Their first album's fantastic. I'm thinking we have like a 30+ second delay or something based on when people are saying I'm still live. Give Dan some time to cook here. He never isn't cooking, to be honest. He's just always top form. The bass player, I mean. There's synth and guitar hitting right about the same range. It's very high and very plinky, and it's happening left ear, right ear. And I think the first few times I heard it, I didn't actually notice the difference between those two instruments. I just heard kind of plinking happening at the upper register. And now that I'm actually picking apart the difference between the two instruments, it's like, yeah, there is still nuance happening there. It's just happening different places than I'm used to, rather than absolutely shredding across just a variety of dissonant riffs. We're just grooving right now, and that's fine. And that's still pretty sick, too. It sounds almost celebratory somehow. Here it is. That's the classic band I love right there. Didn't expect the synth to carry quite so hard in that riff. Refrain. And chorus. Now I have to let the song play right on into the second one because BT Bam loves album composition. I don't know what this song is. This is all new to me next. It probably will flow right through. What do you think? Was this what you expected from the first song on the album? Because it certainly wasn't what I expected the first time. Well, they usually open with something rather chill that builds, and then the second song is usually crushing. This is different from their usual format. All right, here we go. New territory. What? I don't know what this is. Oh my god, what is this? I'm getting like Slipknot from this. The hell? Oh, this is very different. I'm getting like a little dim ignition or something from it. Bit of Nine Inch Nails or Marilyn Manson in there? Definitely more industrial. Little Muse on the vocals too? Holy hell. I don't think I've ever heard this sound come out of this band before. It's like Mick Gordon shit going on now. Like, this could be vocals to a Doom soundtrack. Very strange. Is that the click track? The drum is just doing the weirdest, most basic shit. That does not sound like them. I'm like halfway between this is awesome and I'm afraid of change. I don't know. Oh, here we go. Maybe they'll throw some Looney Tunes songs in there, or sounds in there, just to mix it up. Oh. Oh my god. Oh, I think that rules, actually? Yeah? Yeah, that rules. That works. Oh, shit. Yeah, that was really good. The drum loop back around and then it hit. Oh, we're on an Odyssey now. Okay, it's turning into a whole other thing. So they're integrating a motif from Things We Tell Ourselves in the Dark They often do this. Their album composition is really well done. They've always got themes that run throughout. And sometimes we'll even call back themes from other albums. Oh, that interesting little journey we took there was great. I gotta listen to that again. I was even getting a bit of Mr. Bungle in there. And we're back to Mick Gordon again. I went from afraid to like, I have to embrace this. This is badass. This is usually the intensity they hit song number 2 with From the Top. We worked up to it, though. So we got a minute left on this. Wait till you hear Where We Go in Absent Thereafter. It starts a bit heavy, but it ends up in some sort of weird bluegrass world. Hey, Lucille, nice to see you. Oh yeah, huge prog fan. I've loved out their music since I was a teenager, and it's only grown more over the years. It's actually become a problem because I need music to be unrelentingly complex, or I get frustrated because it's like I've already heard that. I want something new. Between the Buried Me and like Protest the Hero and a variety of other bands in that same sort of category have been food for me over the years because I need patterns. I need complexity in music. Here we go. This opening rules. After I was nervous about the first song, the first time I heard it, this gave me comfort. This felt like Colors 2 to me here. So good. The little claps integrated. Big fan of that bit right there, too. Of all the songs, this is the one that I think you should pay attention to song structure for. Because it's just so batshit. Like, they almost write songs backwards sometimes, but it's great. And this is hauntingly beautiful out of nowhere. So after this song, it's all new except for towards the end, there's a little soft bit that I know. Oh, we've got a couple shorter ones coming up as well. So pause might actually be an interrupt to the cadence. My favorite artist is Headspace, Damian Wilson, Adam Wakeman side project, followed by, like, Arian? I'm not familiar with that, actually. So Between the Buried Me can err on the heavier side. Right. I could put you together a melodic mix of Between the Buried Me. You'd think they're a completely different band if I just gave you the right sampling. This is the kind of chorus I expect to hear towards the end of an album. And they're bringing it in at number 3. And also, it isn't quite what it sounds like, because when you hear it in context with the rest of the song, we're going somewhere else soon. We'll see what you think about this bit now, because we're going to bluegrass land. It's a wild place. Younger me would not have stood for this, but now I am here for it. We're just gonna do like some standard jazz and I'm forgetting the name now. We're gonna go up and down the guitar in a very standard way, and it usually wouldn't work, but they make it work. It's like we're doing a little bit of a hoedown, but like only a little. Yes. And it morphs back into heavy again. That's where the good stuff lies. Can I just take a moment to reframe that we were just in, like, bluegrass, jazz walk, like, standard, and now we're here. Now we're in overlapping, crashing waves of breakdowns happening on top of each other, and it's so good. It's so good to let Between the Buried Me walk us through that. That process is, like, inexplicable, and they seem uniquely capable of doing that thing. In a way that I can never quite predict. Even when I've listened to them so many thousands of times, they still pull stuff out that I could not accept. I could not understand how they got to it. And that's just a beautiful thing. I'm sorry to interrupt, but also I should stop every so often and just appreciate what we've heard. Okay, back to it. They commit just enough so you don't get bored. And now we're fusing everything back together into one big pile. Like, most bands would just transition right to this, but they're still gonna refrain every so often. They're gonna bring a little back. Like that. We're building, but we have a foundation. That's what it is. It's not good enough for them, and I mean this in the most positive way. It's not good enough for them to just build as a band typically does, where you layer things on top. They need to build multiple different songs, squash them all in, or push them all into a big pile, and then take them back apart and repile them again in a different way, so it still stays interesting while they explore different patterns, different motifs, different themes. And that's just beautiful. They're almost like guitar DJs. Mixing. Here we go. Yes! Can you imagine how hard that goes when you're in the pit? Getting smashed with a sporadic hoedown while you're moshing. I mean, we know because we listen to Colors, but, like, it's still great. Maybe apropos of nothing, but I just want to appreciate the fact that when they mic to guitar, you can hear so much of the action more than you usually do. And I think for this particular song, it works, and you kind of want it. There's a more tactile guitar string sound than typically is mic'd, and that's great. I'm fine with them sounding a little overproduced sometimes, but they're not always that. They play with production as much as they do composition. Wow. Voice of Trespass right here. It's like a game show in hell. Right. Well, I only have 3 songs to go off of, but I think Absent Thereafter is still my favorite. Although I do need to listen to God Terror about 100 times now, because that seemed wild too. Yeah, that song is all over the place in the best way. I think this is going to be our ambient spacing song. I think they need to break up Momentum now because we're going to reset and do something a bit different. They're usually quite conscious about why they do this for Momentum's sake. Between the Buried Me tends to want you to listen to their whole album front to back, and that's usually what I do. Sometimes I listen to multiple in a row. It's a bit ominous. Can't really place what we're supposed to be feeling from this. It's a bit sci-fi feeling to me. Oh, okay. It's like a Zelda dungeon. Beautiful. I wonder, will this resolve, or will this be the carry into door number 3, the next song? They sometimes resolve it in such a way that it sounds like one long song, but the meat starts at the song break. Oh, this is beautiful. Ooh. That's fresh sounding. I like that. Again, not at all between the Buried Me sounding, but in a good way. Right, new song. That is what they did. Okay, it's the lead-in. Oh, that's a tasty lick. Oh, it's so good. 5 dopamine ampules just there. Oh, that's good. I didn't really want to interrupt, but at the same time, I just wanted to point out that sustained, heavy cadence that they're really working momentum here. It isn't losing any momentum. It's, if anything, it's sort of building, even though it's sort of staying at the same place. You know something's going to turn, and when it turns, it's probably going to go heavier. And I'm just loving where this riff is going. It's very serpentine. It's all up and down the neck. It's everywhere. Right. So the tension finally releases. So far, this song is as good as I could ask. Like, this is fantastic. We're back. God, these people are fucking legends. I don't know how they keep doing it. This is when we're in the midst of the best part of the album for me, when we're dug in so far into a heavy riff that I almost forget how it started. We're like 17 iterations deep, and I don't know how we got here anymore. I'm just swimming in it. I'm just waiting for it to keep pushing on however it's going to go, and eventually I'll figure it out. I'm looking forward to deconstructing all of this over the next 6 months and eventually trying to learn every nuance to that, because it's great. Oh, back to the Evil Circus. Yup. Evil Circus suits them well. They pull it off. Oh my god. I think I have a new favorite song now. Yes? Okay, that's fair. You earned that. I was like, are they gonna go again? Are they gonna go even harder? Oh my god, I'm losing my mind. This song is so good. I feel so sorry that I even doubted them. It's just that first song didn't hit me right the first few times, but then I got around it and I was like, oh no, it's good. It's just different. This is like classic Between the Buried and Me, though. I can't get it out of my head, this freaking person on Reddit that got under my skin that was like, Tommy's the weak link in the band. I'm like, you're joking, right? Like, what are you talking about? They don't have a weak link. Are you serious? They're all at the top of the peak of musicianship across the board, and you're gonna say Tommy's the weak link? Get out of here. He's so good. And he's playing freaking synth on top of it. Get out of here. Oh. Yes. Give me more of that. They've packed so much into 6 minutes. I thought this was like a 10-minute song somehow. Well, they did get an extra minute out of the song prior because it was part of this. That was incredible. I have to deconstruct that, but that was like possibly one of my favorite songs that they've ever done. Maybe I'm a little bit high from it right now. I don't know. That was incredible. Oh my god. Okay, let's decompress for a second here. For 52 of those seconds. Whimsical. I feel like there's a snake uncoiling from a basket right now listening to this. Oh yeah, it says uncoil. That makes sense. It's giving me a little Star Wars Cantina. Excuse me? Okay, yeah, it's one of those false starts. This is a 11-minute song. This is so heavy. I love this. This is what I love from them. I want it to be this heavy. And I just heard the stuff that wasn't as heavy, and I was like, is it all going to be like that? No. No, we're into, like, the depths of Parallax 2 now level of heavy. Let's have some more. Okay. Yes! That's the shit right there. I love when they do that. Just chugging the shit out of it, and then they double it up randomly. Yes! It looks like Evil Circus is a continuing theme, though. We weren't. The donkey. We weren't. Hey, Rekindle Dash. You never heard of this band? Oh, I am so jealous. If you are into this, you are about to undertake a journey of a lifetime. You have hours and hours of some of the best music on Earth ahead of you. And that's amazing. You're going to want to listen to so many songs, I don't even know where to start. But let's stick with this for now. I'm glad you're enjoying it. This is pretty much my favorite band of all time. I say pretty much because there's a bunch of bands I really like, but these are like the most talented musicians ever. Oh my god. I don't even know how to describe the sound that they just made in that. It was like sandpaper, but in a good way. It had this tactile crunchiness as they do an incredibly technical, really fast high riff over a low riff. A lot of pinch harmonics. Not against it. Is there like honky-tonk piano under that? Is there like a detuned piano happening, like super low? I think so. You can listen to this a dozen times, you'll keep hearing new things, it's great. This is always the way with them. Gorgeous. A wash of colors there. That was gorgeous. It's my latent synesthesia. I sort of see colors when I hear sounds like that. I don't really see them, I just sort of imagine them, but it feels like colors. Jesus Christ, they're like at their best on this album. I had no idea. What a treat. Wow. The only thing I'm noticing so far is we haven't had a ton of huge solos yet. They might save those for the end. A lot of the other prior albums, they'll have solos like running all throughout, but I think they've kept it a little bit more cohesive, actually. Like the band has been writing, they bounce off of each other even more than usual, which they always do, but this is incredible. I am so blown away. Just to back up for a second here, I was worried that this album might have not come off the way that I was hoping, again, because of the lack of having Dusty Waring. I'm wondering now, was Dusty holding them back? This is incredible. And I was also worried that, like, I don't even know if we were going to get another album out of them. You know, with all of the tumultuousness going on, all the drama that they were dealing with. The band's been around for 20 plus years, close to 25 now. They've put out an unbelievably good number of records. Like, all of them are incredibly high quality. I don't think they've missed a single time throughout their entire career. And I was just having that worry that, like, as I'm getting older and things around me are fading and falling apart, and I was like, is my favorite band going to have another album in them? I certainly hope so, and I'm just taking this as an absolute gift that not only are we getting an album, it's an amazing album. That's so beautiful. And it gives me such hope, because who knows what the hell's coming after this? We're not even done with the album yet. Sorry. Yes. Are we throwing some French in there? What was that? It sort of works. I'm trying not to hum too much just because I know it gets annoying, but I absolutely love to sort of sing along. Oh, the tone is so good. I've never heard better guitar tone than that. I can almost like feel it carving into me. Yep. I'm making mental notes and, like, gotta memorize that bit. Those little tags they put on at the end, they're so good. Very driving. I'm trying to, like, keep it all straight in my head, and it's so satisfying when all of those different threads coalesce, and suddenly you're overwhelmed. It's like, I'm trying to keep this beat and that beat and that beat, and then I'm, like, overlaying them on top of the... Wow. Interesting progression there. That was cool. It sounds like we're releasing back into... Are we going to Progland, or... I was waiting for the bluegrass to come back. I think we're in Progland this time. I feel like we're about to hit, like, an iconic something. You know, like a White Walls moment? That was the Absent Thereafter refrain again, I think, underneath there. It's just brilliant writing. Between the Buried and Me is the Disco Elysium of music. Oh my god. That was magical. My cheeks hurt from smiling. I haven't done that in a while. A little more Evil Circus for the road. And now we're on to Slow Paranoia in a few seconds. How are we gonna top door number 3, though? Jesus Christ. That was really good. They don't start a lot of songs with a heavy left ear pan. That was like a... I feel like that was like a Metallica move to do. Okay. Maybe it's the drums also giving me a bit of Metallica. Plotting. Yeah, this rules. I wasn't gonna expect so many pinch harmonics, but I'm loving it. We're like punctuating every sentence with one now. Oh. I don't even understand that. Like, we totally broke the cadence there. It always does make sense. I just needed to hear it again. Was it Haken that did a bunch of this sort of Evil Circus stuff as well? Because I feel like there's some themes there that I've heard similar ones of. Wow. Little, like, show-tuney sounding. Well, we're evoking, like, old lounge singer. It's like abandoned motel in Nevada desert feeling, which I think that's the music video they started off with. But that sort of naturally segues into all of that sort of sound as well, and I can see it's only a hop, skip, and a jump to Evil Circus. So there's a whole route of, like, it almost feels like liminal space music. I guess that's what they were going for. Weird. I don't know how to even explain some of this. Just keep listening. This is what I imagine the Joker sequel to sound like. I haven't watched it yet. Yes, bring it in. It's breaking through. This fucking rules. The random xylophone, like, why not? It's not the first time they've done it. This is very Colors 2 right here, which is not an insult, that's a compliment. There's references to basically every album they've ever put out in this, I think. It feels like a compendium. I gotta listen for some great misdirect in here. Huh. We're modulating so much, I feel like we never land. Like that is not expected, that last little rise at the end. Making you want to write music, that's fantastic. I do find them very inspiring as well. I need to catch your breath here for a second. Imagine setting the bar that high and being like, yeah, let's go on tour and play that. We'll just do that a bunch of times.